Welcome everyone to today's episode of What Is That?
What is that?
In today's episode, we're going to be talking about self-disclosure and what exactly that is. It could be three things. One, it could be deliberate or something that you purposely decide to share. Two, it could be significant, something that is near and dear to your heart. Or three, it could be something that is otherwise not known to others or private. The 7 characteristics of self-disclosure include, my lovely assistant, thank you.
Here you go.
Those 7 are personal, deep, honest, done with words, not generally available to others, directed at another person, and through the context of sharing. And these 7 can be divided into the 3 definitions of self-disclosure, which are significant, deliberate, and not otherwise known to others. So for significant, we have personal, deep, and through the context of sharing. For deliberate would be honest, done with words, directed at another person. And for not generally available would be not otherwise known to others. Now I'm going to call upon the experts to talk a little more about self-disclosure. Ashley, Mitzi, and Cynthia.
So Bernardo talked about what self-disclosure is, so we're going to explain a little more in depth about it. When we self-disclose, there is 7 characteristics that must be present in order for it to be self-disclosure. And if none of these are present, then it's a different type of interaction. Think of the 7 characteristics as ingredients in a potion. We're going to use a witch potion as an example. If you take one of these ingredients out, you no longer have a potion. So when we remove one of these 7 characteristics, it's no longer self-disclosing. We are engaging in one of the 10 types of impersonal and interpersonal interactions.
The first characteristic is personal. What you share must be personal, something you hold near and dear to your heart. Keep in mind that what is personal to you may not be personal to others, like age or your income. The second characteristic is depth. The information we share must be deep. It must be something that goes beyond the surface, like communicating our emotional state. The third characteristic is honesty. What we share with others must be true and not made up, because that would not be self-disclosure.
The fourth characteristic is the information we share must be done with words. It cannot just be with body language. When we self-disclose, we must tell another person, not just show. The fifth characteristic is not information that is not generally available to others. So this is information that only you know about yourself and isn't out there for everyone to just find out. You must tell another person.
The 6th characteristic is when it's directed at another person. The information cannot be passed or overheard. The information must be told directly to you and meant for you to hear only. The 7th and final characteristic is context of sharing. How you say something, like your tone of voice, who you say it to, if you say it to your mom, your dad, etc. The conversation that you have determines if it is self-disclosure. So now that you know what the 7 characteristics of self-disclosure are, let's take a look at what type of interaction they shift to when you take one out.
When we remove one of these 7 characteristics, we are no longer self-disclosing. We are engaging in one of the 10 types of impersonal and interpersonal interactions. When we remove personal, we are no longer self-disclosing. We are affinity-seeking and testing. So we are doing things in order to be liked and others and testing them to see if they do like us. When we remove depth, we are now engaging in small talk and no longer self-disclosing. When we remove honesty, we are now deceiving others, and that is also not self-disclosing. When it is done with words, we are merely observing. We do this when we are observing others to choose whom we interact with.
When we remove that the information is not generally available, it really becomes a role-fulfilling behavior. So there are social roles, like what you expect from a cashier, what you expect from your teacher. When we remove the 6th characteristic, which is directed at another person, it becomes gossip. It is not information from that person specifically told you. It cannot be overheard or passed on. It must be told directed to you, if not, it's gossip.
When we remove the context of sharing, we are now engaging a role behavior or playing games. When we refer to games, we're saying mental games, board games, any type of teasing. All of these can be negative or positive depending on how the person sees it. So, there you have it. Self-disclosure must have all of its 7 characteristics present, just like the potion behind us, in order for it to be a potion.
Now that we know what self-disclosure is, let's take a look at 2 types of model in which they can come to develop. The first model we will take a look at is the Altman and Taylor social penetration model. And this model says that relationships must have breadth or a topic and depth in which the topic details are then shared. We are going to take a look at how this model can come to develop. The first scene is of a friendship living. We will see how the two are discussing a topic, and as they discuss it, they will enter 4 layers of depth, and their clothes that they remove will enter the depth levels that they're entering and how they get deeper in depth. Let's bring them. I'm Cynthia.
I'm Mitzi.
Oh,
Nice to meet you.
Yes, nice to meet you. Here we have seen the first level, how they are simply introducing the cliche. They are discussing an interest or why they are both here.
So what brings you to our gallery today?
Oh, I actually really enjoy her, but this particular one, my friend this is actually her work.
Oh my gosh, no way. I know her. I've been friends with her since high school.
Josie?
Yeah.
No way.
Yeah.
That is so cool. I actually met her at work.
That's really great. I'm actually have a concentration on ceramics, and I do sculpting and stuff like that.
No way, that is so cool. I'm actually majoring in art myself.
No way.
Yeah, that's awesome. So when did you start? What did you like about it?
Ceramics is just a great way to express our feelings, and my cat died recently. I've been putting all my energy into making sculptures that remind me of my cat. It's just a great way, just to cope with it.
That is so awful. I totally understand. They are now reaching the deepest level in which they are beginning to let each other in by sharing personal information, and they are now discussing emotions as well. I totally understand where you're coming from. I myself have pets and thankfully haven't lost any of them, but I know I would be just devastated if I ever lost them, or when I do.
Just sculpting is just taking me to the next level, just coping with it, and
Yeah, and that's what I love about art. It's just such a great outlet. And to be able to express your feelings that way and actually shape it into something, oh, it's amazing. I'm so sorry.
next video, we will discuss the Johari window and how this self-disclosure model plays a part in interpersonal communication. First, let's understand what the Johari window is. Visually, the Johari window is exactly what its name implies, a 4-pane window. Each window pane represents open, blind, hidden, and unknown. The open window represents the information of which both you and another person are aware of, such as things you have told other people about yourself through self-disclosure or what other people have told you about yourself. It also includes physical traits that you can see. The blind pane represents the information of which you are unaware, but the other person is aware of. The hidden pane represents information that you know but are not willing to disclose with others, such as secrets, facts, inferences, and opinions. The unknown pane represents information that is unknown to both you and others. Now that you have all the basic understandings of all 4 window panes, let's put this into motion for you all to get a better understanding of how the Johari window model of self-disclosure works.
Honey, I'm home.
Hi, honey. How are you?
Good, how are you?
Okay. I really haven't been feeling well today.
Why? What's wrong?
I don't know. I just haven't had an appetite. I haven't been able to keep any food down, and I just feel horrible.
Well, that sounds strange. I don't know what that could be. Have you talked to a doctor yet?
No, I haven't. I was thinking about going, but
Yeah, I think you should.
yeah.
In this scene, both the wife and the husband are in the unknown because they don't know what is causing the wife's sickness. the unknown pain would be a lot bigger.
Okay, so you came to my office. So what's going on?
Yes, doctor. I haven't been feeling very well. I was telling my husband, and yesterday it was the worst out of the whole week. I just haven't been feeling myself lately.
Okay, so what are your symptoms? You have pain. Where's your pain? Morning sickness?
It's just not well. Yesterday I wasn't able to keep anything down, and I just never.
Yeah, she just hasn't been herself lately. We can't figure out what's going on with her.
Yeah.
Okay, so you don't know, I don't know. So we're gonna look at your test.
Knock, knock. Hello, doctor.
Hello.
Here are your test results.
Okay, let me take a look at these. Okay, interesting.
Now that the doctor has seen the results, her unknown has moved into the hidden. And for the wife, her unknown has moved into her blind.
I have your results. Your husband, where's your husband?
Actually, you gotta go to the bathroom.
Okay.
So.
Okay, what would you like me to tell you before he gets here, or?
Yes,
Okay, well, you're pregnant.
Really?
Yeah.
Now that the doctor has disclosed the test results with the wife, both of them now shift to the open, as you can see here. In the relationship with the wife and the husband, his unknown shifts to the blind because he is unaware of the test results, and his wife's open shifts to her hidden because she has not told him the results yet.
Okay, so I've already told her the news.
Okay, so what's wrong?
Well, there's nothing wrong. It's actually something very good. She's pregnant.
What?
We're gonna have a baby.
Yay!
Yay!
When she discloses the results to her husband, they both shift to open. She shifts back up, and he shifts to open.
That's all for today. So see you next time on What Is That?